Now then everybody, today I am looking at the lubrication system or lubrications for the TD5 Discovery, meaning gearbox, transfer box and both axles, and I'm just going to quickly run you through what is needed, specifications, amounts and all that. Very simply, the best way to do it is a manual. Depending on your automatic or manual transmission, I'm doing a manual transmission, MTF 94 manual transmission. I've got some of that left, that's well plenty left over, nearly full tub for the manual gearbox, which is left over from the 300 TDI. And then it's going to be a transfer box and axles, front and back are both exactly the same oil. Both the 75W90, as says there, are API GL5. So it's these two as well. The reason why I'm about to buy more than 5 litres is as follows. Transmission without oil cooler, it's a 1.9, so we'll call that about 2. Yeah, so that's plenty in there for the manual transmission, loads and loads in there. Transfer box is a straight 2 litres, which obviously brings me down to 4 litres, and the front and rear axles are both 1.6 each, so that's 3.2. So obviously it's not quite enough on the 5. So the 3.2 and the 2 is obviously 5.2. Therefore, obviously, you can have a little 300 spare. It's neither here or there. So let's get on and do it. Simple enough. Now draining, it's very simple. Is basically get a tub. Under what are the drain holes, which I will show you when I've got something to actually lay on. So it's very simple. Just squeak my way under here. There's your drain hole, basically literally at the bottom of the axle. Container, unscrew, that's basically just takes a ratchet straight in there, take it off, remove it and just leave it till it runs dry. And obviously the back one, if you can see from over here, that's the back one, exactly the same. So remove it and leave it to dry. Now filling is different again. Plastic cap there. That once you've done them up once, maybe twice, basically they're absolutely useless. And I've had to chisel that one off. You might find them in the 300 engine, often on just on the thermostat or radiator. So that's your filler. You basically make sure that's tightened back up, just nipped, not too tight. No gaskets, washers, etc. needed, and obviously straight in there with your 1.6 litres, and simply you cap back on. The trickiest part is probably to find something to get down and feed it in, even that, or use it if you've got a squirty bottle that come with some of the oils. So that's the plan for the axles. Right, my axles are already drained. So what I need to do I have bought some new plugs for them, obviously fillers, come little rubber washers, these new ones, and also because it was very little extra money, new bottom drain plugs as well. So the drain plugs themselves can go straight in. The good thing about them is they are magnetised. So they will collect all your crap that is unfortunately left inside. So I'm going to go back under, I'm going to screw these on and get some oil sorted. And like I said, the only thing that is needed, see there's it, is, whoops, there's it again, hold on to shit, ratchet sits straight in nicely. So refill time. So what do we need? We need new plug, filler plug if required, which takes a 21mm spanner, and the start of the 1.6 litres of oil, so that's 1 litre. I'll simply put all this in and then fill up to the 6, put that in, and then we're done. Simple as that. Squeeze it away. Right, that's the last of the second 1.6 litres. Second dose, and it's about right because it is just obviously starting to rip out. If you put your finger in, you're right on top of the oil. There we go. So it's a perfect measurement. That's the way it wants to be. So a little bit of oil just around the rubber seal for there. There we go. So that is the first axle complete. Now what I'm going to do is exactly the same with the bottom axle, or effectively what is at the back, and then move on to one of the boxes. Right up, main gearbox out. What you need is obviously something to drain it into. Then you need a T55 and also the nut itself on the bottom is a 32mm, and with that setup you can just about get it off using the socket as it is. And what I've done, I've basically, it's been used before for the similar sort of thing. It's been cut down by half, which still covers the nut and gives you more clearance to the back end of the socket there, and it's working fine. So let's have a look underneath. So 35 fits on just about, pre-loosened because it's extremely tight, but what I did is basically just put an adapter on here any bit of tubing or whatever. Just give them a bit more leverage. Just works perfectly fine. It's loosened it off nicely. So it's just then a case of unscrewing and removing the bolts. Get ready for the crap, and that is not what you want to see. That is basically water and oil mixed. You do not want to see emulsion, what they call emulsion. It's got a fair bit of wear on the gear. Oh no, it's sludge actually. It's got some wear on the gearbox because the magnet on the bottom has got some crap on it, as you can see. So definitely going to leave that to fully draw every single last bit out to get rid of the crap and add some nice clean new stuff. And then we'll be moving up to the filler, which is it's up here. There, that's the filler there. It's basically the filler and the level as well. So what you do is basically keep topping it up until it starts just to gently trickle out of there. Wind it back in. And you're fully set to go then. Definitely glad I've got that crappy stuff out of my gearbox. So the chances are somebody has either let a breather get immersed underwater and it's allowed it to come in, or there's a gasket that currently is unaware and leaking, but there's nothing obvious at the moment. There's no oil anywhere, so the chances are it's the there's a problem with the breather. Might just have a look up there and see what's what. What might be quite a good little idea as well is undoing and removing the filler. Just allow a little bit of air to enter below, even though you have your breathers. It might just let a little bit of air to enter and help to drain thoroughly. A bit quicker. Might make no difference at all, but doesn't matter. That's out. I'll leave that out until it's time to fill up. Right, yeah, that looks like that is fully drained. I've actually left it because it's condition. I've left it for a good 20 minutes. Clean. Ready for the bolt to go back in and its new washer. So in it goes. It's magnified, so it may jump about a bit till you get it lined up. And it only needs tightening up enough just to crush the washer, so don't overdo it. No need to. End of the day, if you fill it and it starts to leak from the bottom of there, then it's simple enough just a case of tightening up again. So now add oil. Just for the shear position of it. The way I found to do it is keeping everything upright. So want to get so close, and then basically if you're in like that, start to squeeze. You just keep doing this until it's a very slight dribble. It should be at your 1.9 litre mark. That's it. Squeezing, and we've got a little bit of a dribble coming out. That could just be a little of a drip off the end. Right, here, a refill of transfer box. Well, that's had plenty long enough now to drain away. So in with the plug, and then move over to the back of the box where it needs filling up from. That bit there, exactly the same, just behind the handbrake cable there. You can see it. Socket again, on and remove. Shame, not quite finished yet. Not far off though. There we go. That's off. Don't want to go too far. Okay, that's 1 of 2 litres coming in. That's 1 litre in. 1 more to go. Right, that is 2 in. Let's just see if it drips. I don't know for definite. I'm sure it needs a bit more. Yep, that's the 2. You can see it's running out. So plug back in. Tighten up. That is it. Tight. Finished. all done. So recap, both axles done, gearbox done, transfer box done, engine has been done. That's it. This was oil change, so all the best. Keep up with yours, keep your Range Rovers running and they'll look after you, so all the best. Cheers.